I bought this property for £100,000 and it earns me £24,000 per year. I bought this property for £78,000 and it earns me £19,200 per year. I bought this house for £83,000 and it earns me £19,200 per year. I purchased this house for £110,000 and it earns me £24,000 per year. But just so you guys know, I didn't start off with lots of money. At one point, I was working 40 hours a week in a call center for around 3.5 years, and I scraped together a deposit for my first house. My first house cost me £125,000, and I put down a 10% deposit, which was £12,500. But luckily, I knew the strategy of buying below market value. So the first house I bought was worth £150,000, but I bought it for £125,000 from someone that was desperate to sell, and they just needed a quick sale. So a year later, I refinanced that same property and I pulled out £18,000, which I used for my second deposit for my second property. And things really just snowballed from there. That was where I really started my property journey. Now, there's lots of strategies within property, but once you learn these strategies, you can make some serious money and you can achieve time and location freedom. So over the years, I've used strategies such as buying below market value, the BRR strategy, so buy, refurbish, refinance, rent, the rent-to-rent strategy, property sourcing, social housing, buying commercial properties, joint ventures, raising finance. I've done all of these strategies, guys. Now, all of these terms might seem confusing, but this is why it's so crucial for you to study property and study all of these strategies, because ultimately you need to determine what strategy is best for you. So my top recommendations for people that are new to property is if you have more than £60,000, then you need to be looking to do the BRR method. But if you've got less than £60,000, I'd recommend you do the rent to social housing strategy. Now, a lot of people say that property investing is no longer viable and it just doesn't work, but that's simply not true. If you want to get started in property and you want help from me, then DM me the word mentor.